Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Cyber POC this year. I'm Eleonora Fresia, and I'm the president of Europa Forum 2020. Unfortunately, this week was supposed to be our Europa Forum. However, because of the current situation in the world, because of COVID-19, we were unable to have our classic Europa Forum. But we thought it would be nice to still see each other and to still have some of our classic events. And this is why we decided to bring to you a little bit of CyberLEF. And today, what we will be doing is have our presentation of countries. In a little bit more details, we will be receiving from Melissa Nadeau the updates from the headquarters, the international headquarters. We will be seeing the updates from the ILO Council, and then we will be seeing 6 presentations from 6 different countries. However, before we start, I would like to open with a video of greetings we received from Leo Lion Board Liaison, Ayush Bagla, which I would like to ask the direction to put now.
A very warm hello to the Leos of Europe. I am Leo Lion Ayush Bagla, your board liaison for the year 2020-21. As the world navigates through these uncharted territories, it gives me immense pleasure, happiness and hope to see that the Leos of Europe haven't stopped working. The wheels of our movement move because of determined and innovative Leos like you. I wish all of you the best of luck as you take part in the virtual LEF and hope to see all of you soon and enjoy the legendary LEF parties. Till then, let's all be united in kindness and diversity. Grazie.
I would like to take the occasion to say very much thank you to Leo Lion Ayush, who is going to represent us this year at the board, together with Leo Lion Pollo from Uruguay. I wish them the best of luck, and I really hope that they can represent us this year, and we will be looking forward to seeing their adventures during the wall here. And also, before we start, I would like to give a couple of service announcements. So first of all, I would like you to know that you can see this stream in HD quality. So if you would like to upgrade your quality of the stream, you can do so. Also, I would like to remind you that this is a live event. All the presentations are going to be in video format to ensure the no connection problems. However, all the speakers are here with us today and are waiting for your questions. If you have any questions at any time during the presentations that you will be watching, you can write your questions in the public chat on YouTube. We have members of the Orga team that will be monitoring the chats and will make themselves known, and they will be forwarding your questions to me, and I will be asking them to our presenters here today. We ask you to please use the chat in a clear and kind way, and please always state your name and your country of your country you're from, so that we can better understand where the question is coming from, and the speaker can also relate to that. Also, between the different presentations, we will have every couple of times a couple of break videos. They will be of 1-2 minutes. We created them, and also there's a video from the ILOs that I hope you will be able to enjoy, and on which we'll say a couple of words later on. So now, I remind you, you can watch the video in HD quality. But now I would like to start with our first presentation, which is the presentation from our Melissa Nadeau, our senior youth program specialist at the Young Lions and Leos department in Augsburg. She's here to say hi. Hi, Melissa. We will now watch her presentation, and I hope you enjoy, and we'll see you after for the live Q&A.
Hi, everyone. My name is Melissa Nadeau, and I am the Senior Youth Program Specialist at Lions Clubs International headquarters in Illinois, United States. Unfortunately, I'm not able to attend the LEF this year, but I'm happy to bring you the updates from LCI headquarters here at CyberLEF. So let's go ahead and get started. What I will be covering today is the who's who of our department, give you some updates to the statistics and reported numbers for the last fiscal year. I'll then go into the different initiatives, including the Leo video contest, new Leo branding, and updates to the Leo grants. And then I'll introduce you to our Leo leaders, including the Leo advisory panelists and the Leo Lion Board liaisons. So first up is the wonderful people I get to work with every day at the Young Lions and Leos department. On the left, you have Roxanne Steck, who oversees the Young Lion programming. That includes the Leo Lions, student members, campus clubs, and any young lion age 40 and under. Next, you have Kamisi Grace, who is the manager of the department. Then you have Cynthia Wicklin, who is the coordinator. And so she does all of the Leo Club awards and cancellations and charters. And then you have myself, Melissa Nadeau, and I oversee the Alpha Leo Club program and the Omega Leo Club program, as well as the Cub program. Next is our international executive officers. So you probably have heard that all of the international directors and executive officers are serving a second term as a response to the coronavirus pandemic and the cancellation of the 2020 International Convention in Singapore. So this year, our international president is Dr. Jung-Il Choi from Busan, Korea. Our international vice presidents are the first Vice President Douglas Alexander, who is from Brooklyn, New York, and he was appointed the first vice president in January 2020. He also happens to be the first African American vice president. The next is our second vice president, Brian Sheehan, who is from Bird Island, Minnesota. And fun fact, he loves penguins. His office is covered in penguins at headquarters. And last is our third vice president, Patty Hill from Alberta, Canada, who is a psychologist by trade. So all three of these vice presidents are huge supporters of Leos and have attended many online events. So if you're interested in inviting them to be a guest at your meeting or webinar, I would highly encourage you to reach out to them or just share the work that you're doing as Leos, because these leaders will be the next international president and they are strong supporters of Leos. Next, I'll go into the statistics and reporting. As of the end of 2019-2020, we had 7,280 Leo clubs around the world with 152 nations and territories. We gained 4 new nations and territories last year. Unfortunately, for the first time in the last decade, we had a decline, a negative growth in the Leo clubs, but only by less than 100 clubs. We did anticipate there would be some drop with the pandemic, so this was not a surprise. But in some good news, we have increased the number of reported Leo members. So we have 148,000 reported Leo members. Again, something that we stress every year, we are confident that there are many more Leo members out there. So it's important that Leos continue to report their members in MyLCI so that we can plan and provide resources to our participants all year. Another important point about reporting members is to keep member records updated and drop Leos who are leaving. Unlike Lions, Leos do not get charged per member through our system. So in efforts to make our reporting systems more accurate, we are now dropping Leos who are not eligible for the Leo Club. So last month, we dropped around 2,000 Leo members who had reached the age of 31 by June 30th, 2020. This is all to say that we are making a concerted effort to have more accurate records. And so we would highly encourage you to keep your records updated. Next, is some Leo Club stats from your constitutional area, and these are more current numbers. So as of August 2020, there are 1,140 Leo clubs, with Italy, Germany, Turkey, France, and Romania at the top, and then Belgium, Australia, Portugal, Finland, and the Netherlands coming up as your top 10 countries with the most Leo clubs. We had 30,000 reported service projects in 2019-2020, and a total of 6 million people served through those Leo service projects. However, again, to stress the importance of reporting, we only had about 19% of Leo clubs reporting their service worldwide. And by reporting their service, I mean inputting their service in the MyLion database, which is how we collect service at international headquarters. So I would encourage you to, if you are a club officer or if you are a district or multiple district officer, to please encourage reporting. Again, only around 4% of Leo clubs in Europe reported their service. So reporting is a priority. It helps us get a clearer picture of how many Leos there are in the world, and also show accurately what the impact of Leos are when we are trying to get funding or to create new programs. So please continue encouraging reporting through MyLCI, through MyLion. I know a number of countries still are not using the databases and using their own, but I have been told a majority of countries are able to use MyLion and MyLCI. So if you are in one of those countries, please consider making reporting a priority. Next, I'll go into the Leo video contest. So once a year through the Leo video contest, we offer Leos the opportunity to showcase the impact they make within their communities. Last year, we asked Leos to share #WhyLeo, showing us what makes Leos unique for Lions and different from other service organizations. The winning video was submitted by the Alpha Leo Club, the El Kantawi Leo Club in Tunisia. So I'd like to just share a quick snippet of their video.
Why am I Leo? A question that passed through my mind and drove me to many wonderful memories. Being a Leo made me who I am today, because the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. All the experiences that I've lived, all the lessons that I've learned, all the skills that I've developed, made me aware that it was my duty to share it, to offer to others what I've received. That's why I'm a Leo. By doing small acts that make a huge difference. Because no act of kindness, no matter how small it is ever wasted. That's why I'm a Leo. To serve the community, to save lives, to give hope, to donate. That's why I'm a Leo. Because the simple act of giving without waiting for anything in return is growing in us. Because of all the smiles we've drawn. Because of the feeling we get after making someone's day better. That's why I'm a Leo.
Continuity, relationships are what distinguish us from anyone else. It is the impact that we leave that make us different. Our impact is not restricted on our direct results. It's go beyond action. It reaches the mind. Leonism for us is a state of mind. We work on continuity, on lasting marks, on influencing future generation by raising awareness, not to mention our dedication on creating in every individual we reach a new Leo. One of our most important visions is to be the change we want to see in the world. As we value a relationship in our small family, we try to build the same strong connection with the whole world. We spread love, happiness, kindness, and we try to draw a smile on every face we meet. Our particular mission is to fill the universe with the energy of goodwill.
As I'm growing up, I was enriched by the values and principles of the Lions. I was rocked in hands that taught me goodwill. The day I found myself as a founder president of Leo Club is when I realized that the Lions needed us as much as we need them, that we rely on each other, that we're complementary, and the source of the hope they hold for future generations. And they are the base that we always count on. We add the youngest touch to their vision. By working and succeeding, we set examples for them, and we make them one of us.
So I'm just continually impressed by what Leos are able to create, and especially an Alpha Leo Club. It was awesome. So this year's theme is #HopeConnects. This year has brought a lot of innovation as Leos adapt to serving in a global pandemic. And through it all, we have seen Leos step up in their communities and inspire others to do the same. So we are asking Leos to submit a video to show how their club has served safely, stayed connected, and offered hope by answering the 3 questions. What does hope look like in your community? How has hope inspired you to serve safely? And what have you done to stay connected to your Leo Club and Lions Club? Videos are due November 1st, with public voting for the top 10 happening between the 2nd and 3rd week of November. So if you are interested, please submit a video or look out on our Leo Club Program Facebook page for when the voting opens to vote for your top favorite. Next, I'll talk about the Leo Club branding. So this is something we've been working on for over a year and a half, giving a refreshed look to the Leo Club program. Some of you may have noticed that this PowerPoint has some new colors and designs, and this is actually on purpose because this is the new Leo Club program branding. We anticipate the launch of all of the new designs, including our resources and different publications, to be launched on International Leo Day this year, December 5th. And to just give you a sneak preview from this year to last year, or from last branding to this branding, the branding was redone about 10 years ago. And so we wanted to have a more updated look. The first was to make sure that these colors that we are using kind of match the Lions branding as well. So we have a blue and a gold, but a youthful blue. And if you can see on the left with the old branding, there were pictures of people that weren't actually Leos. So we wanted to have some actual Leos in the pictures doing service. So we are very excited to show off all of our new PowerPoints and publications, and I have been working hard the last year and a half to get these together. Another point to mention is that the Leo Club, the Leo colors, so we used to have a color for an Alpha and Omega, but we heard that the distinction between Alpha and Omega is not really one that's necessary. So to make it more cohesive, we have both logos as a solid gray with the name Alpha and Omega at the bottom. Next, I'll share some updates about the Leo Leadership Grant and the LCAF Leo Service Grant. So the Leo Leadership Grant is a $2,000 grant given to Leos planning a leadership conference. An update to that is that knowing that a lot of our in-person events are being canceled due to COVID, we have opened up that grant to cover online events, including covering PR expenses, media platforms, and subscription fees. The next is the LCAF Leo Service Grant. So that is a $1,500 to $5,000 grant to address an unmet humanitarian need in the community. There is a new application and a new ceiling, so you can apply for up to $5,000 regardless of if you're applying for a district or multiple districts. But the newest thing to mention is that this grant is now a matching grant. So you can apply for up to 75% of the total budget, but you must show that you have 25% of the budget already, or that you are fundraising 25%. And this is common for many of the LCAF grants. Next, I'll talk about the leaders for Leos in your area. So the Leo Advisory Panel are Leos and Lions that serve as ambassadors for the Leo Club program. There are 2 Leos and 2 Lions from each CA serving 2-year terms. And the panel sits on 3 committees: recruitment, membership experience, and transition, where they do work for creating resources there and sharing ideas amongst the different CAs. And they also attend monthly web meetings with staff representatives. So this year, your CA4 Leo Advisory Panel representatives are Deborah Herlin from Germany, Per Saul from Germany, Berk Bulgurlu from Turkey, and Massimiliano Manira from Italy. And I'm excited to announce that Deborah is serving as the first Leo Club Advisory Panel chairperson. So she runs our meetings and oversees the committees and acts the representative to other entities around the Leo and Lion world. In efforts to continue connecting Leos during COVID, each constitutional area panelist group is hosting a webinar. So please join the CA4 webinar, which will be held September 6th, starting at 11 a.m. I'll have Deborah confirm that with you guys, but there will be invites going out and they will be talking about their work and have some great speakers and good stories about stuff happening around their CAs. Next is the Leo Lion Board Liaison. So these are 2 young adult representatives who sit on the Lions Board of Directors. The position began in 2018 with Eleonora Fregia acting as one of the first appointed. So we are now in year 3, and the liaisons serve a 1-year term and act as a resource to the board as the young people and the young voice for Lions initiatives. This year's representatives are Leo Lion Ayush Bagla from Calcutta, India, and Leo Lion Juan Manuel Cesares, or Pollo, from Uruguay. Ayush is serving on the membership committee, and Pollo is serving on the service committee. Both are wonderful people, and if you have any ideas or thoughts you'd like to share on the feedback of Leos, please either reach out to these Leo Lion board liaisons or the advisory panel. They would be happy to hear your feedback. So with that, I reached the end of my presentation. Thank you for your time, and feel free to reach out to us at LCI through the Leo at Lions Club email, or directly to me at melissa.nadeau@lionsclubs.org. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. We're back. The presentation was really great. It contained a lot of information. If you have any questions, even now, you can still type them in the chat. I say hi to all those people that are connecting right now and watching us, and remind you that you can watch this stream on HD quality. We have Melissa here with us right now, so we're going to ask her a couple of questions. And I will start now with the first question that we have, which is concerning reporting, actually. You showed us in your presentation, there was a slide concerning the clubs in Europe. And in that slide, there were numbers reported about clubs, but some members noticed that the number of clubs that they know of their country are actually different than the number of clubs that you have in your system. So we wanted to ask if you could specify how Oakbrook counts clubs, which might be a different way than countries count them. If you could specify how clubs are counted by LCI.
Yeah, sure. So when a Lions Club sponsors a Leo Club, they charter them and they pay that $100 chartering fee to be an official Leo Club of Lions Clubs International. So that is when they go into our database, and that's where we pull those numbers from. So if you see that the numbers are a bit different, it may be that the sponsoring Lions Club maybe didn't register your club with Oakbrook and may not be paying that $100 fee. So I would just suggest to maybe contact us if you think that those numbers are off, or if you have a list, we can check that with our list to see maybe if that's where the distinction is.
Thank you, Melissa. I think also discrepancy could come, correct me if I'm wrong, if maybe an internal system is not accounting for the clubs that are not currently active. so maybe they're not reported internally, but you would be aware of that club existing, correct? Because they just keep paying the fee, so the club exists.
Right. There's a number of Leo clubs that Lions just pay the $100 fees for, but they may not be active, but you know, they are planning on making them active later on. So it could also be that as well.
Thank you very much. We have a second question concerning the new designs. It's very exciting to see new branding for Leo clubs coming up. And you were mentioning that they will be launched on December 5th. They will be used everywhere. The question is if these designs will also be available for Leos to use. And if yes, is there going to be templates where will Leos be able to actually find them when they will become available?
Yeah, so super exciting news. You know, I mentioned it in the video, the Leo Club branding needed a refresh. It had been like 10 years since anyone had re-looked at it. And so all those floating people, we just want to push them out of the way. So on December 5th, we will be replacing all of the publications and all of the PowerPoints that are on the website, and then also the ones that you can order through our club supply store, or when a club is chartered, those kits that go out will all have that new branded look. So it will all be online for you to download, and you can access that, and it's all for free if you download, but if you want to also order it through us, you have to pay a fee, but we can also send you paper publications.
That's awesome. I'm sure we cannot wait until those will become available. So thank you for your work. We look forward to December 5th. We have one last question, which is a little bit long, and it concerns LCIF grants and Leo Leadership grants. It's a two-part question. The first one is if there's any specific deadline for requesting these grants. And the second one is actually what is the process, if you could tell briefly, how does a club or a district start applying for a grant actually? What should they do?
So for the Leo Leadership Grant, that is a $2,000 grant that comes directly to our department, and that is something that the Lions, or the Leo Club department handles. So deadline for that, I would suggest you get your application in as early as possible, because those grants are given out at a first come, first served basis. And we only have 2 to 3 for each constitutional area. So I know within the first 3 or 4 months, a lot of those grants go. The way that you apply for that is the application is online, and it requires a signature of either the district Leo chairperson or the district governor. I would have to double check on that. But similar for the LCIF grant, the LCIF grant's a bit more open. There's more money in that grant, and it actually hasn't been utilized as much. So I would encourage you, if you want to apply for that one, to try to organize a project to use that grant, because you can get up to $5,000. And that one is the same. It's an LCIF grant, so it actually isn't in our department. It's down in the foundation, and it also goes through your district or your multiple district. So either your district or your multiple district governor would have to sign off on it, but it can really start at a club level where the club fills out the grant proposal, or a Leo or a Leo club advisor, kind of working together, can fill it out. And then send it off to the district governor, or having the district governors or council chairpersons kind of in the know while that's happening. And then that gets sent to LCIF. So both grants are just money that we want to give Leos. So I would just highly encourage you to please apply if you are interested in getting any of these grants.
Thank you very much, Melissa. I would like to ask the staff if there is any additional questions that has come right now. No, there has no additional questions. So I would like to take the occasion to really thank you for all the updates you brought to us. They were extremely precious, especially without the international convention this year. So we really thank you for your participation at this event. And now I would like to ask the direction to put on our first break video, which is going to concern the newest European activity of the ILO Council. We'll be back in a minute.
Leos never give up. Share your pictures tagging Europa Forum 2020 with the hashtags EOCOnline and CyberLEF2020.
More than 820 million people in the world do not have enough to eat.
That's about 11% of the world's population.
Ending hunger of all forms by 2030 is an immense challenge.
We as Leos need and want to contribute to the United Nations SDG 2, Zero Hunger,
and to the Lions Global Course of Hunger. We have started the initiative by creating our European activity, Leo Fights Hunger.
The main areas of Leo Fights Hunger are food collection, education, strides events, Leo Masterchef, and any other hunger-related activities.
Gather your Leo friends and join European Leos in the fight against hunger. For more information, visit our Facebook page and join in by filling the Google form.
Let's fight hunger together!
Hello, and welcome back to our stream. First say hi to all the people that just connected right now. You can turn the stream to HD quality if you would like to. The video that we just watched is a video produced by the ILO Council of last year concerning their newest European activity, Leo Fights Hunger. I'm not going to explain more about it because we're very lucky that the next presentation coming up is the presentation from the ILO Council Board of 2020-2021 that I would like to invite them to turn on their cameras to say hi to you guys. They're all here. The ILO board of this year, Maria, Mafalda, and Patrick are here with us today. And after their presentations, they will be here to reply to all of your questions. So remind you to type them in the chat on YouTube and our staff will bring them to me so that I can ask to them at the end of their presentation. And without further ado, I would like the direction to start their presentation video.
Hello Leos, I'm Mafalda, the ILO from Portugal, and this year me, Patrick from Romania, and Maria from Bulgaria are the ILO board, which means we are leading our team of almost 30 Leos from across Europe and the Mediterranean region. We as the ILO Council have the goal of promoting the work of the Leo clubs, exchanging ideas and sharing experiences. We this year have specific goals that we would like to share with you during this presentation, not only related to the ILO Council in general, but also to each of our task teams, which I'm sure that you already know, the European Activity Team, the Leo Tools Team, and the Promotion Team. We hope you enjoy it, and in case you need any information or contacts from countries in Europe or the Mediterranean, we are here to help you and to provide them to you. Stay tuned for our news coming soon, and we hope you enjoy the presentation.
Hello guys, I'm Maria, or as most of you know me, Mary, the ILO from Bulgaria, and I'm here to share with you the visions and goals of the incoming ILO board. We have 4 main goals, and we are starting with improving motivation between ILOs through more interactive meetings, additional gatherings, and stronger projects. Then comes building more bridges between Leo members and Leo clubs through promotion and interaction both on social media and in person. We also plan on working on providing tools that can embrace club service work and districts through membership and motivation. In this, we plan to update the 2 most amazing and important tools ever created by the Council, the Leo Experience Book and the Leo Manual. And finally, it's coming promoting service through sharing experience, an example of projects, promoting clubs activities and our own ones, especially through the European activities, which you can join and you will listen more about that.
When we talk about the ILO Council, it's very important to also think about the motivation of our members. It's very important to keep our members motivated, to come up with new ideas so that we can keep them focused on our daily and monthly activities. Therefore, starting from this year, we would like to have all online meetings on Zoom with video, so that we can see each other, get to know each other better, and just get a more personal feeling when we have a discussion with each other. Secondly, we would like to have a Leo weekend in which we would meet, share our stories, just become more like a family, an international Leo family. Thirdly, we would like to have online gatherings, just chill nights in which we would talk and share every information that we would like, or maybe play some games and just hang out like friends.
So we are starting with European Activity Task Team, which main goal is to embrace the work of the ILO Council by uniting European and Mediterranean Leos and everybody else who wants to join through our main reason of being, service. We are doing so by providing Leo clubs with 2 base projects. As you know, Leo for Green was a huge success, and we made the great choice to keep it. But in the next ILO year, we are going to even improve it. And we're doing so by providing you with a new video, sets of promotion posts, and online panel discussion with Leo clubs who signed the manifesto. Then we have our newborn, Leo Fights Hunger. It's starting with baby steps, but we're going to work to increase its growth by providing sets of posts and videos explaining how Leo clubs can join, with details on the form and where to find it. Moreover, we are preparing online panel discussions on hunger and how Leos can, you know something, you have a great power, yeah, you do. And you know what is it? It's really simple. You can really help our work, and you can do so by just joining our European activity and becoming part of this amazing family. So the change starts with a click, go to Facebook and follow Leo for Green and Leo Fights Hunger. You won't regret it because you become part of something really life-changing. Thank you.
The second task team is called Leo Tools. The main purpose of this task team is to provide members, clubs, districts and multi-districts with tools that they can use in their activities and projects. The first tool we provide is called Leo Maps. The Leo Map is an interactive map on which clubs from Europe and the Mediterranean area can find themselves on and find different information regarding their clubs. The second tool we provide is the country survey. We use the country survey to gather different information from clubs and districts and build them afterwards into pool statistics. Thirdly, we provide tools regarding the recruitment process. So we want to address this issue and help the Leo clubs with documents and forms to help them recruit more and better members into the Leo family. Fourthly, we provide documents, forms and files regarding the motivation of members. It's very important to have motivated members so you can get the best out of your projects. These are the 4 main tools that we provide, but we are not limited to these 4.
Our third task team is the promotion team, and its main goal is to share the work of the ILO Council and also the work of the Leo clubs. This year, we want to make sure that the promotion team continues with the consistency already created last year in terms of image and message that you can all check on our social media. However, we want to bring you even better posts that will allow you to interact with us, share your thoughts, your ideas, your experiences and your Leo projects, and this way we can be sure that everyone knows about them. We also want to provide help to the other 2 task teams in their communication and to share the tools that they are creating for you that will help you improve the Leo movement at the national level. So you already know where we are. Check our social media, find us in a Leo Europa forum very soon, and we hope you enjoyed this presentation. We hope you managed to know us better and also the goals for this year, and stay live for the Q&A in which we will be answer all your questions. Thank you.
Just connected, again, a reminder, you can stream in HD quality. This stream is enabled for that. We just watched the updates from the ILO Council board members, their vision and missions for the year and everything they're planning to do. So I want to first thank them a lot for their super informative video. I have all three of them here with me, Mafalda, Patrick, and Maria. They're leading the council this year. And we have a couple of questions for you right now. The first question that I would like to ask you is concerning the Leo Experience book and the Leo Manual. You mentioned you're going to update them this year, but they're tools that have been created a couple of years ago. And some of the members that are not aware of them would like to ask if you could briefly explain what these tools are.
Yeah, that's one of our priorities this year, to update these two guidebooks. The first is the Leo Experience book, which is a guide that shares information regarding projects and activities that can help to inspire different Leo clubs all around the world. Whereas the Leo Manual is a more technical guide that should guide them with rules that they should use in their everyday activities. One is more technical, one is more with ideas. Those are the two main differences between them.
Thank you very much, Patrick. So it is indeed two tools that would really help clubs in a 360 degrees way, both in their service activities and both the administrative way, because as we all know, all clubs have an administrative side to them that they have to manage. The second question I would actually like to ask is concerning the European activity. You mentioned that there's two of them and that, of course, Leo for Green has been around for longer. We wanted to ask an updates on how many clubs are actually right now doing Leo for Green, and if we could also know how many have already joined Leo Fights Hunger.
Okay, so there are 118 manifesto science, and for Leo Fights Hunger, as it's really new, there are only 13 for the moment, but we hope they increase with the time. So for all watching us tonight, please guys, consider if you haven't joined Leo Fights Hunger and Leo for Green to do so.
Thank you, Maria. Indeed, there's a long way to go for Leo Fights Hunger. But I'm pretty sure they can now find informations on on your social media and they can join the project. So we're really looking forward. We hope more clubs will take the initiative to join. We have another question, which is concerning communication. Is there a specific way in which Leos can reach out to the council to share activities or any concern they might have? Is there any better way for them to get in touch with you?
Yes, we have it. So we have different ways in which you can share your projects, your activities, your news. So first of all, we would really advise you to get in touch with the ILO, so with the representative, international representative of your country, because they are the bridge between your club or your district and the ILO Council. So they will be the ones that will share with the promotion team all the projects and activities you are preparing or that you already organized, and we will be really happy to share those projects on our social media. You can also check our Facebook page and Instagram page and send us a message with your projects. There we really try to interact with you, and depending on the time of the year, for example, last Halloween, the promotion team already did some questionnaires in which you send your projects, and we posted them, all related to Halloween, for example. This year we will for sure continue with that, but if you just have an activity that you would like to share, you can just contact us through our social media. But also big news from us, in September we will launch our updated website, also thanks to the CyberLEF 2019 Orga team, which helped us with the new design. And there you will have a space to send your articles and your news activities, and also another space to subscribe to our newsletter, so you will all receive it every month. So these are basically the ways. So you can always contact the ILO of your country, us directly on our social media, and stay tuned for the new website in September.
Thank you very much, Mafalda. That is indeed extremely exciting news. We're looking forward to seeing the new website. We will check your social media streams definitely for when it will be announced. Thank you all once again. I would like to ask first if there's any additional questions. Okay, there is no more. So thank you very much for being with us. I invite everybody to send you any additional question to your social medias and all the ways that Mafalda informed you of. So thank you very much. I would like now to proceed with the next presentation of today. And the next presentation is going to come from Multiple District 103 France. The person here with us today is the delegation leader of France, Romain Precetti, which I invite to turn on his camera to say hi to you all. He's here with us today. As you can see from the infographic, France is a multiple district that has 36 clubs and close to 450 members. So you can have an approximate idea of their size. Hi, Romain is saying hi to you with us in the camera. So now, if we're ready, I will just launch his presentation, and I'll see you for the Q&A at the end of his presentation. Welcome back once again. We just watched the updates from MD103 France. If you just joined us, welcome. You can turn this stream to HD quality. If you've been with us from the beginning, please stay until the end, of course, because we do have a small surprise at the end of this event. So stay with us. I would like now to thank Romain for his presence here, for the updates he sent us. We do have some questions for you here today. The first questions I would like to ask, watching your videos, we noticed there were quite a few clubs that were involved in the Leo for Green activities presented before by the ILO Council. We were wondering, is it a popular project in France? And if so, is there any particular reason why it is so popular by the club?
Yes, you're right. It's quite popular, especially with the young people. So it's a good way to have new members and to raise involvement with young people, especially in universities. And for the clubs, it's also a good way to have an action for environment, because it's simple to organize, and it's also a very social thing, because you are together and you can have discussions. Meanwhile, you're gathering waste. So yes, it's a big topic in France.
That's very, very interesting, I have to say. And it's also a very interesting point of view to see Leo for Green activities as a way to recruit members. I think it's going to be extremely interesting for a lot of countries, since as Leos, we have an expiry date. So we all need to always be recruiting. So it is a very nice way to approach the younger generation, which is, I feel like I'm a lion right now saying this, but we do need younger generation as well in Leos. So thank you for that insight. I also have a second question about the last project you showed us. If you could elaborate a little bit more about the quiz you organized with the Lions. Was the idea well received by the Lions? How was the relationship with them? And overall, how was this experience of organizing a quiz to do with the Lions?
That quiz was inspired by our Croatian friends. So big up to Croatian friends. And it was really cool to organize, because we were so exciting to have the idea to make something with the Lions and for the Lions Club International, and made only by Leos. It was a way to show to the Lions that we were able to make such events, and it was like a hand toward them to say, come on with us to create a lot of projects together. And the Lions were quite happy by that. It would be a liar if I tell you that all the Lions have participated to that project, but actually it was really interesting, because we had a lot of teams that were composed of Lions and Leos, and the Lions quiz was a quiz or movement about our association only. So a lot of little stories about our events, dates, and popular people in our movement, and so Leo can have the answers about the Leo movement, and Lions usually don't, and Lions have that knowledge about the Lions movement. So it was a big sharing as well. So it was really cool, and that's why we have the idea to to make it in English, because we have received a lot of messages from abroad, and so I think it will be done very soon.
Thank you, Romain, for sharing this experience. It does sound indeed as a very cool activity, and it's a great way for Leos and Lions to approach each other and like learn that there's differences and actually there's none. So it really sounds cool. Looking forward to hearing how this project moves forward. And as they say, like COVID brought a lot of changes, but not all of them are bad. So this is really cool to see. I want to ask if we have additional questions. Okay, they tell me we are done. I thank you so much, Romain, for your presentation and for your availability to answer these questions. And now we will be heading into a short break. Stay with us. We will be back in a couple of minutes.
Leos never give up. Share your pictures tagging Leo Europa Forum 2020 with the hashtags LeoCOnline and CyberLEF2020.
Welcome back. We are back now from a little break. Welcome to the stream if you just connected. We watched a video concerning our activity, the next activity for CyberLEF, which will take place on the 20th of August, the day we should have had our gala evening. We wanted to have a day where we could all be together and enjoy time together. So we thought of a Kahoot quiz because of inspiration again from our incredible Croatian friends. And we thought it could be a cool way to be together and also serve. So if you would like to join, it's completely free. Just register your team on our website. However, you're also able to make donations in favor of the Roma All Blinds baseball team, which was supposed to give us a lesson on how to play baseball as a blind person at LEF. And unfortunately, this cannot happen this year. So we would like to anyway thank their availability, providing them with some equipment that they need. You can find more information on our website. Now, I would like to head on the next point of our agenda, which is the presentation from MD108 Italy. With me today is our delegation leader, Emanuela Steffè. We will be now watching the video she prepared, and she will be here for your live questions. I remind you, you can use the YouTube chat to write any questions you can have. If you have any, please state your name and your country of origin so that we can better know where you're coming from. Thank you very much. I would like to ask the direction now to put on the video from Emanuela.
Hello, dear Leo friends. My name is Emanuela Steffè, delegation leader of the Leo Multidistrict 108 Italy for the social year 2019-2020. I would like to present to you our national operative theme, which is a 3-year service that is usually nominated by a club, introduced among the other ideas during our national conference in spring, and then voted by the club delegates. It is therefore a shared choice of the whole multi-district, as it's proposed and voted by the members themselves. Starting from this past social year, 2019-2020, our national operative theme is called Leo for Safety and Security. As its name says, with this service, our focus is the implementation of the equipment of those institutions that deal with emergency situations, for instance, such as the first response emergency aid known as Italian Red Cross, Alpine Rescue, Coast Guard, wildfire protection, etc. But it's also addressed to public institutions such as schools, hospitals, sports centers, town offices, all those structures that might need safety and health equipment of any kind. The main goal of this national project are to strengthen the equipment made available to the Italian first aid authorities, to improve the safety and/or first aid equipment and devices of public and private structures, to raise awareness of the importance and a correct and varied arrangement of fire and safety systems in order to make the environment and the staff ready to deal with emergencies correctly. Our national operative theme turned out to be very relevant, especially given the emergency situation caused by the coronavirus outbreak, in which our country found itself in a very devastating situation, with hospitals collapsing because there was not enough space for patients in the ICU, along with a lack of medical staff. I would also like to mention that we signed a memorandum with the National Civil Protection, Protezione Civile, the national body in Italy that deals with the prediction, prevention and management of emergency events, which recognized our work and acknowledged our commitment, and which gave us its patronage. Our Leo for Safety and Security service is being supported economically either by spontaneous donations from the clubs, but also during our national days. Usually those days are decided prior by our national board, and it's usually one day for the Christmas festivities and one day for the Easter festivities. During these days, our members go to squares or streets of their cities raising funds with the sale of Leo personalized gadgets such as pandurini, Easter eggs, chocolate bars, etc. During the first year of activity for social year 2019-2020, we raised about 75,000 euros thanks to the sales of Leo gadgets in the squares during the Christmas and Easter festivities, as well as donations and various service activities. Due to the coronavirus situation, the last Easter we could not sell our chocolate eggs straight on the streets. So all the clubs in our multi-district bought the chocolate eggs and decided to donate them to the hospitals, the army and to Protezione Civile, because we wanted to express our gratitude for their hard work during this emergency crisis. I would also like to mention that even though we were forced to stay home for about 3 months, during this lockdown, the members of our Italian clubs showed firstly what a true Leo spirit consists of. We started organizing online fundraising, provided masks to those in need, bought medical equipment, and even prepared breakfast early morning for all the medical staff of some local hospitals. In conclusion, I can say that it's very true indeed that when there is need, there's a Leo. And in the name of our national president, Francesco Perrella, I hope every one of you guys is being healthy and safe. Thank you so much for your attention.
Welcome back. We just watched a presentation from MD108 Italy that gave us the update on their national service project. If you just connected, welcome to the cyber presentation of countries. I remind you that you can turn this stream to HD if you would like to do so. And also I remind you to stay with us until the end of this event, because we do have a little surprise for you then. With me today, we have, as I was mentioning, Emanuela Steffè, that also narrated her presentation, and we do have a couple of questions for her to answer. So the first question we have is concerning fundraising. In your presentation, you mentioned that the multiple district was able to fundraise last year 75,000 euros, mostly via gadgets. Would you be able to tell us more or less how many pieces are ordered and what's the minimum offer they are given away at to reach such a fundraising level last year?
So we have like about 300 clubs in Italy, right? So we usually sell like for Christmas pandorini or chocolate bars, and for Easter chocolate eggs and stuff. So each club usually, so we have 300 clubs, right, is supposed to buy one box, and one box contains about 36 pandorini or 15 chocolate eggs. So we usually ask clubs to buy at least one box, but there's more clubs that might buy more boxes, like 2, 3, 4 boxes, depends on how they want to sell all the stuff or just donate them. But anyways, each piece usually is sold for, is like sold for an offer. So you offer like some money, but there's like a starting price. So for pandorini, we sell them out starting by 2.5 euros. So when usually a club buys like one box of pandorini, for instance, the club itself spends about 90 euros for a single box, or like about 75 euros for a single a box for chocolate eggs. So if every club in our multi-district buys at least one box, we can really raise this amount of money easily. So yeah, that's it, I think. I hope it makes sense.
Yes, thank you, Emmy, for the clarification. It does require a lot of clubs, but it's also something that can be done on a smaller scale if one wanted to. It's actually a small starting point for every single piece. So that's quite interesting. We do have a second question as well already. It's a bit of a complicated question. With COVID-19 projected to continue at the moment, you mentioned your fundraising is mostly in streets and squares with these merchandise. Do you know if there any thought has already been given on the future of these fundraising activities for this coming year?
So I believe this time when we were on lockdown was like a sort of test, because each club decided to donate all the eggs they bought for, instead of like selling them in the streets, they decided to give them to the army, to the hospitals, to the Protezione Civile. So I believe we can still do this because it worked very well. So we are surely planning to do more fundraisings online, to keep like buying our kits and then donating them. It's this kind of things work, so we think it's very likely to be replicating again. So yeah.
Thank you very much, Emmy. I would like to ask, is there any other question that has arrived in the live chat? Okay, they tell me this is it. So thank you once again for your presentation, your updates, and your answers. It was very precious. Thank you very, very much. I would like now to actually continue with the next point in our agenda, which is the presentation of MD112 Belgium. Today with us, we have Alexandre Bezler from the delegation leader of MD112. Is here waving with us. He's gonna be here after his presentation again to reply to all your questions. So you're being a bit shy, but we have some questions coming through. Please keep them coming. And I also would like to remind you that Belgium has around 30 clubs, 32, 33 clubs, and around 500 members. So you can get an idea again of the countryside. So with this, I would like to ask for the video to be started.
Good morning, very welcome on this series POC. I represent my country, Belgium. We will start with talking about the past projects. We did 2 projects. It was collecting plastic caps. Why? Because we want to finance a guide dog, but that is very expensive. We collect plastic cups and we sell them to a recycle company. So we get money for every kilogram we sell, and that's about 30 cents. To give you an idea, we need 25,000 euro to finance one guide dog. So it's a lot of small cups, plastic cups we need. Secondly, Food Bank is another project. Every year we are helping this organization by standing in supermarkets and to give at every person we give a voucher. They can scan the voucher when paying their goods, and the money is going directly to the food banks. This event is always organized in October, November. What's the goal? It's to give people in need an extra during Christmas. We want that they have a warm Christmas. Due to COVID-19, Belgium Food Bank got 15% more requests from households. To give you an idea, it's about 200,000 persons on a total of 10 million inhabitants in Belgium. These 2 projects remain in the upcoming year. This is an image. At the left you see which plastic cups we need. At the right side it's plastic cups we don't need. Last year we collected 605,585 euro. It's an increase of nearly 5%. This is very welcome because, as told previously, we have more people due to COVID-19 that needs food help. The upcoming project, we have 2 projects. First, it's about environment. Cleanups are organized and done by every club. So, for example, we want to clean up the beach, yeah, and it's always done on the same moment in their own region. Secondly, drinking bottles can be ordered by clubs and they can be given away to target group of a club. What's the goal? It's to reduce disposable bottles. This action comes together with a marketing action. It's about a QR code and a website. Secondly, childhood cancer. We will create postal cards that clubs can buy. Members can write own text and give these cards to children in hospitals in their own region. We will also organize a tinkering contest. Children can tinker, and via social media contest they can win a prize. COVID-19 projects. Projects were organized by clubs individually. There were clubs donating laptops, but also flowers and Belgian chocolates to medical staff. Belgium ordered also 57,000 mouth masks. This was in cooperation with the Lions, as you can see in the middle of this slide. At the left, you can see the flowers Leo Club bought and gave away to the medical staff. At the right, you can see pancakes made for a target group. This was our presentation. It's now time for questions. Please feel free to ask questions.
We're back live. Welcome back once again to the cyber presentation of countries. If you just connected, we just finished watching the presentation from MD112 Belgium by Alexandre Bazeler, the delegation leader of the country. He's here with us today for the questions. So I will add up into asking a couple of questions to Alexandre. The first question actually concerns the collection of plastic cups activity that you had for the last year. The first part, it's a two-part question that we have. The first part is the activity only internal of LEOs, or do you have collection points also with the public?
In Belgium, it exists also by public, but it has nothing to do with us. And people can give us the plastic cups to us, and we are collecting them, and then we give it to the recycling company. So it's not that we have points where people can put it inside. Last year, we did a collection about 1 ton of plastic cups. So it's quite a lot.
That is indeed quite a lot of plastic cups collected. So just to clarify on this same topic and question, so basically people bring them to you, and you Leo clubs, because you showed us an informative picture that not all cups are actually fine, they do not all work. So do you also screen the cups that are given to you this way, because people give them first to you and then you give them out, or you just inform whoever is giving them to you that there are types that they cannot give you?
Normally they do it already for themselves. So mostly they give one type of plastic cups, but it can also be that there are multiple types. It depends. But the people are informed about the cups, about which type of cups we need.
Thank you very much, Alexandre, on that topic. We have a second question instead also on an upcoming activity of yours. You mentioned that as an upcoming activity, there are environmental projects coming up. And there's 2 questions on this. The first part is, you said that all clubs would be doing the projects at the same time in different parts of the country. So the curiosity is, how do you plan to manage the coordination of the clubs? And the second part of the question is also, even though it's an outdoor activity, it is still a social activity, as Romain was mentioning before. Is there any COVID-19 specific directive that you're giving to your members to do the activity, or you're leaving it up to them to evaluate COVID-19 specific measures?
This action is done by the national board of the LEOs. So they are coordinating about the measures for COVID-19, and also at which time it will be done. So it's the coordination is done on national level.
So just to clarify, you do have an officer that will coordinate this for all of you and announce a national day, correct, and measures. Okay, thank you very much on this point. I want to ask if any additional question has arrived. No? So thank you very much, Alexandre, for your extremely informative presentation. The Belgian LEOs have been doing a lot, both as normal activities, and one thing I have to say, extremely ambitious, and the results show that. So amazing job and amazing work. It's really inspiring for all of us, but also for COVID-19, you guys really have been doing a lot. So thank you for all your work, and thank you for inspiring us with your video. I would like now to proceed actually with our next country presentation. The next presentation comes from Multiple District 118, Turkey. It's going to be presented by Azal Sahin, which is the delegation leader of MD118. Just to give you a quick overview, the Multiple District of Turkey counts 64 clubs and more than 1,300 members. So it is quite a big country, and we will see with Azal. She gave us a very complete overview of all the district activities. So we'll first watch her video, then ask her a couple of questions. Again, public chat is available to you to ask any questions you would like. So feel free to ask. I would like to now proceed with the video from Azal.
Hello everyone! This year has been a tough year for all of us. After a very enjoyable pre-LEF process, as the COVID-19 pandemic dominated the whole world, we, as Turkish Leos, had to change our meeting and activity styles. Before starting my presentation, I would like to thank all the Orga team, especially Eleonora, and all the Leos of the Italian MD for their patience and self-sacrificing preparations in this process. While doing this presentation, I would like to talk about our district's online and offline activities during the pandemic process. During COVID-19 pandemic, District T has provided medical face shields to our heroic health personnel of 4 different hospitals. They organized self-improvement themed online seminars, and at the same time, they paid the bills of families in need with the income they earned from donors who attended these seminars. District U has organized a self-motivation camp after the pandemic. They organized a live broadcast to prepare fast foods during quarantine. On the month of Ramadan, they provided food packages to families in need. They changed their landmark activity Wishes Come True to online and collected kids' wishes and sent them to all Leos and Lions online to make them come true. District R organized many online seminars in various topics for self-improvement of their members with Rotaract clubs. These seminars included the topics of healthy eating, Reiki and bioenergy, traveling, etc. They also organized an activity called Hanging Books. People who are willing to donate books pay the amount of books and leave them in an online hanger. And people in need take the books online easily. During the pandemic, they helped the children who need special education and their families with food packages. During pandemic, District E helped almost 270 families with food and healthcare packages. They supplied necessary products to Mor Çatı Women's Shelter and celebrated holidays with them. Served 50 homeless people for 2 weeks and gave them food packages. Jukebox was a collective service designed by the 13 Leo clubs and the district officials of District Y. The idea was to provide food and household items to those in need and who were also severely affected by the pandemic. They used social media and our online concert tickets to fundraise the activity and contacted with government officials to be able to distribute the supply packages to the right people. Every step took place in an online platform, from activity marketing to the concert. They have raised approximately 48,000 Turkish liras in total, reached out to 727 households consisting 2,908 people with 727 supply packages. Our MD's national activity called There is Food in the Car this year. We found sponsors for cats and dogs food and send those foods to animal shelters during pandemic. UPS become our logistics sponsor while we are doing this activity. Istanbul Convention, a human rights treaty aimed at fighting violence against women. 45 countries, mainly in Europe, signed the convention. Turkey was the first country to ratify the treaty, but is now considering taking legal steps to exit it. As Leos in Turkey, we committed to challenge with every way of violence against women that defined as break of Universal Declaration of Human Rights. We, citizens of first signatory states, wish to emphasize to adhere to the international agreement commonly known as Istanbul Convention and highlighted that we keep acting solidarity to enable the world where any woman will be subjected to violence. We invite all our Leo friends in Europe to our Istanbul Convention awareness raising activities.
Welcome back. Once again, we just watched an extremely informative presentation from MD118 Turkey. We have here Azal with us to answer to all the questions that we might have. Thank you, Azal, for your presentation, first of all. The first question we have for you concerns the jukebox activity by District Y, actually. The curiosity is, could you share a little bit more which platforms, if you know, which technical instruments were needed to realize such an event, such a digital concert?
Thank you for your Eleonora. We used a Zoom application for the concerts, and each member who attended the Zoom meeting had to donate some money to concert, and we use this money to our fundraise.
Thank you, Azal. So Zoom has a lot of applications, actually, many more that we could imagine. Actually, I have to say, like a digital concert is an extremely creative way to use Zoom, which was extremely interesting. We have a second question coming for the Istanbul Convention that you shared, because you mentioned that you're planning awareness activities. Do you have already any plan that you can share with us for Leos to look out for? Or if you do not have any planned already concerning this, where could Leos look for this kind of informations to participate to your awareness activities?
In last a few weeks, we already did a challenge with the black and white pictures of our empowering women. And also we are planning some more activities, and we will be posting our informations in our MD Instagram account, probably.
So definitely this is in to tell everybody to please go follow Multiple District 118 Instagram page so that you can take part in their initiatives to support their fight against violence on women. Thank you very much, Azal. Multiple District 118 definitely had some incredible and very creative ideas to share with us. So thank you so much for providing us these updates. Now we will be heading on a very short break, and and we will be back in a minute and a half.
Leos never give up. Share your pictures tagging Leo Europa Forum 2020 with the hashtags EOCOnline and CyberLEF2020.
We waited long for 2020. After unforgettable moments and opportunities, we're supposed to take our chance to fly, to experience freedom through service, and to celebrate our dreams and aspirations. The world, however, had other plans. Our wings got broken, our hopes destroyed. We had to take a hard decision and actually cancel LEF. But if there is one thing we know, is that a Leo never gives up. We were there when the world needed us, with masks and fundraisers and pick-me-ups, helping all those people whose living got affected by COVID-19 and then wrecked with additional struggles. We were there as we always have and always will be. So we will be there to celebrate our service. In the true spirit of LEF 2020, we kept going and looking and thinking. And we are proud now to invite you once again in Rome for this coming September. If the world will let us, we will be there ready to fly. Will you fly with us?
Welcome back with us at the Cyber presentation of countries. If you just came online, you can turn on the stream to HD quality, and we just watched a video concerning our mini LEF. As mentioned before, we cannot have our classic LEF that should have been in this week of August, but we are waiting for you at the end of September. Registrations are open until September 1st. So there are still some spots left. So if you want to join us, it would be amazing. You can find every information on our website. Also, I would like to remind you to stay with us until the end of this event, because we do have a small surprise at the end for everybody. Now I would like to continue with our next presentation from District 119, Hungary. Our presenter from District 119 is Dorina Satlagi, who is the District Board Vice President of the district. I invite her to turn on her camera and say hi to all of you. She's here live today with us, so write your questions as always in the chat. And now I invite, there are 7 clubs and 75 members in Hungary. I now invite our director to put on the video.
Welcome everyone. Today I will talk about what we Hungarian Leos did in the past Leo year. So here you can find the main and different sort of activities made in 2019-2020. We've got the chance to take part at Effort Festival, where people could meet us at the Civil Park, where we were talking about our mission and about who we are, and they could play some sensitizing game. Of course, at night, we also went to have fun at the concerts. It's always a wonderful feeling to share Leo experiences, to meet our friends from all over Europe and all over the world. We were very happy to meet our Leo friends again. The Hungarian delegation represented the Hungarian Leos in August at the Leo Europa Forum in Portugal, and in January at the Leo Europa Pre-Forum in Italy. Jujumalage was held in Sopron. Traditionally, German, French and Hungarian Lion members participated at this event. On Friday there was a gala, where we could listen German, French and Hungarian blind singers. Then we could watch the performance of mentally disabled Sopronians. On Saturday we went to the place of the Pan-European picnic. The Day of Acceptance was organized in Mosonmagyaróvár. Leo Leonetta János gave a lecture on PRM to 2 classes at Kossuth Lajos Secondary School, and then Leo Eszter Krivacsi introduced and gave information about Leo. It's also very important for us to visit regularly the groups and institutions we support, to do some creative activities and to play with children studying there. In autumn, the National Leo Convention was held in Kecskemét. On Saturday, we were painting in 2nd Rákóczi Ferenc Primary School in the framework of the Events Charity Program. food collection was held in Chorna by Vitalis Leo Club. At the end of the day, a mass of sustainable food has been collected and handed over to the Maltese Charity Service. By organizing this food collection activity, Vitalis Leo Club raised its wish and objective to join Leo Fights Hunger as the first Hungarian Leo club, but most importantly, to keep serving and search for opportunities to help people in need. Spirit Leo Club also joined Leo Fights Hunger by participating on the Christmas food collection organized by the Hungarian Food Bank. This activity is held every year in a local hypermarket. A nice amount of collected sustainable food was handed over before Christmas for people in need. That's how Hungarian Leos were saying goodbye to October. The donations were used to take students of the Hungarian Elementary School for Blind Children to special trips and to ice skating. What a fantastic day we had! On the 13th of November, All Nations Lions Club members, Pest Buda Leo Club and Spirit Leo Club members and friends packed 900 Santa bags for poor children. The 24th Leo Charity Football Cup was held in Győr. We could raise a remarkable amount of money from the entry fees, and with this amount, we supported the Remény a leukémiás gyermekekért közhasznú alapítvány, Hope for Children with Leukemia Charitable Foundation. Unfortunately, everything has changed when an unwelcomed visitor appeared in our life. The world had to slow down, and the sky above us seemed to turn dark. Oh, what we could do. Our threatening visitor, missing friends and activities didn't take our bravery, motivation, and our objectives away. A Leo never gives up. We were also encouraging people to stay at home if possible. In order to make this isolation period a bit more interesting, we were sharing a challenge day by day to which Leos could join by following 3 easy steps. They could complete the daily challenge, then they could take a photo of it, and finally they could upload it to their Instagram or Facebook story with the hashtag #StayAtHomeStayLeo. Then a brave and creative idea came. Is it possible to organize a sport event during this period, during COVID-19? Yes, of course! Why not online? Many sport events have been cancelled in the recent period. For lovers of running and cycling, we offered a virtual competition in which, in addition to the sport, charity also played an important role. That's why Leo Charity Sport Week was being organized. People could send their entry fees online. The collected entry fee had been donated to the St. Cyril and Method Foundation in Győr. Thank you very much for watching my presentation. I wish you all a nice Leo year ahead. See you soon!
And this was the presentation from District 119, Hungary. Thank you, Dorina, for preparing this presentation for us. It was very informative, as all the other presentations have been. We've been learning a lot in this event. The first question I would like to ask you, it's a very quick question, and it concerns the challenges that were created during COVID-19 time. How were they created? Were they created day by day, or was it like, did you have a database? How did you approach this project?
Thank you very much for the question, Ele. Yes, actually with the district board, we decided to create something interesting, you know, just to make more interesting this kind of period, this keeping distance period, isolation. And yeah, actually, I think we had these challenge days for 2 weeks in April. And yeah, so basically we posted challenges day by day, also on Facebook and on Instagram. And yeah, it was quite okay. So, I mean, it was fun.
It sounds like it was, to be honest, looking at some of the challenges that you shared with us, they looked very, very fun. The second question we have is instead concerning the Leo Charity Sports Week event that you organized in June. Could you exactly explain a little bit more how it took place? Because you mentioned that participants were paying the fee online, but then how do they actually got involved in the sports during the event?
Oh, I thought you couldn't hear me. Okay, so once again, sorry. Actually, it's the Leo Club Dieu who made this event, and it was a very cool idea from them, I think so. And yeah, so they had a platform for the registration, and the participant could register the distance via Nike application, Runtastic application, and they could register the distance. So there were 3 distances, 2 kilometers, 5 and 10 kilometers. And also, of course, there was a platform to donate. So beside the entry fee, they could donate as well. And they could also follow how is the event and how is the donation so far. So yeah, I think they or we also, as Hungarian Leos, we should organize it again.
Thank you, Dorina. It does sound a very innovative approach. It was a very interesting thing to see, like an online sports event, but like a social sports event. So it was a very creative idea. Thank you for sharing with us. I'm pretty sure a lot of other clubs out there might benefit from this. Is there any other question? No. So thank you once again, Dorina, for your time with us, your dedication. I would like now to continue with our last presentation of today, but because it is last doesn't make it less important. It's actually the presentation from Sanja Kozier, the ILO of District 126, Croatia. As mentioned before, Croatia has inspired a lot of other Leo countries in Europe with their quiz. And today Sanja will share with us a little bit more about this incredible activity. So yes, so first, before we head into the video, I just wanted to give you, as we did before, a background. As you can see, Croatia has 9 clubs and a little over 110 members. So they really are an inspiring group of Leos, and we're very excited to watch their video. I remind you to stay with us until the end of the event for the final surprise. I'll ask the direction to put our video.
Hello everyone, my name is Sanja, I come from Croatia, and I will tell you an already known story, but this time in a different way. Last few months were hard, different, and unusual for every country in the world. While people were recommended to stay at home and to keep social distancing, strong earthquake shook Croatia and its capital city of Zagreb. Many citizens lost their homes, a lot of buildings became unusable, and also many Zagreb hospitals were damaged. To help those affected by the earthquake and also to reconnect, Croatian Leo District organized the first international online charity quiz, Quizellation, shaken, not stirred. 43 teams from Europe participated, and it was a huge success. Kiki, Leo, who got the idea in the first place, participated as well in ILO Leo Talks and told everything about the technicalities, success, and similar. We are very proud of it, and a lot of things were already said about our quizellation. That's why I would like to tell you a bit different story how it all began. However, this story actually starts a few years before, in high school, of a few Leos, but only 2 of them are today the main characters. Kiki and Hrvoje. One day, while still in high school, Hrvoje got the idea and shared it with Kiki to join the quiz league in a neighborhood bar. Since they were all still going to high school and had no experience, they didn't do well in the beginning, but they kept going for fun. As time passed, they got better, so from time to time they won some prizes in the form of a free round of drinks. Idea of making humanitarian pub quizzes was born when the Leo Club 3 Towers celebrated its 5th birthday, and the club was looking for an idea of making a service for celebrating the birthday. Hrvoje and Kiki composed the questions in half and accordingly led it in a duet. The quiz was liked by everyone, so the idea remained that the quizzes could become permanent service of the club, and collected money could serve as a finance for sharing beans service in the soup kitchen, also another permanent service of a club. Since Hrvoje and Kiki have participated in many different quizzes over the years, they made acquaintances of both cafe owners and quiz managers so they could organize pub quizzes in different neighborhoods, and thus introduce ourselves as a Leo club. As soon as the epidemic started, Kiki found out about the existence of an online pub quiz, and from there came the idea to organize a humanitarian one. But usually when we organize a quiz in a local place, we already have the audience. Teams that normally come again. But now the problem was that quiz was online and we couldn't count on local teams. Therefore, in order not to limit ourselves only to Croatia, we decided to put it on an international level. Here, Leo district of Croatia did an amazing job, using their acquaintances through exchange camps and other ways to contact Leos from Europe. The action was very successful, and we were even advertised on local newspapers and radio. The benefits are great, because at one point you stop looking at pub quizzes as a competition and start looking at them as team building and hanging out with your friends. It is also an opportunity to learn something because you never have too much knowledge. I think that when you get into it, the organization of pub quizzes is one of the most effective and definitely the most fun service that can be organized as a club or district. Thank you very much for listening to this story. That would be all from Croatia.
Thank you, Sanja. We just watched the presentation from District 126 Croatia. It was a very interesting presentation, a new take on a topic that many of us have heard about, but it was extremely interesting to see where it all began, actually, in reality. The first question that I have for you, it's actually a bit tricky. It would be, what would you say was the biggest challenge, or actually the most surprising challenge of moving this classic pub quiz format that you had to an online format?
Well, definitely the hardest thing were the technicalities. We had two main. We tried it 2 times actually before the main event between between our Croatian Leos, so we can check that everything will work fine. That submitting the answers, that showing the questions, and then to showing the results in the end will work as we want to, because once everything starts and once Leos from Europe connect, we had to make sure that it will work. And also we had one club from India who participated, so we can say that this quiz was actually on a worldwide level.
That's pretty exciting. And actually a connected question to that, because we've been saying a lot of countries have been saying it themselves, that you've inspired them to actually give it a try, to organize similar events, or to just, start looking into this kind of activities, both online and offline. So the questions that we have is for those people, those Leos interested in replicating this service idea, what advice would you give to them? What should they start from? What's the most important thing they should consider to start?
Well, first, I think they should start with the questions. Because once they have quiz already ready, they can think about other things, like they can think about things that they usually need for preparation for service, PR, or marketing, so they can spread the news about it. So the more people can join, then they have to make sure the technicality, if they decide to put it in online form, or if they decide to do it in a traditional way, then they should start looking for a cafe or place where they can do it. But then if they come to the cafe owner or pub quiz manager, they can already come with a done thing. They can already say, we already have a pub quiz. So that can be already a step towards the solution and toward the organization. Then they can organize what date and the time they want to organize it. And from there, everything goes little by little.
Thank you, Sanya. So we could say in the end that the quiz is the heart of it all. Without that, it's better not to start yet with anything else, especially if you're a beginner. I would like to ask my staff members here if there's any other questions. We do not have any other. I would like to thank Sanya once again for her presentation and her insights. I'm sure that this will help clubs that were already thinking actually move forward in their organization of their events. So thank you very much for that. And this one from Sanya was the last presentation we had prepared for you today. I would like now to spend just a couple of minutes before the final surprise to thank you all. This year has been hard on all of us, all of us. And speaking as Leo Europa Forum 2020 Orga team has been especially challenging and disappointing because all the work we've put had to be changed, thrown away, reorganized, and it's been very confusing. But we are glad we could have this day with you guys. And we are glad to be able to potentially see you on the 20th and hopefully see you at the end of September. However, with the times of today, we hope we can see each other in September. We're monitoring the situations. We'll keep you updated because your safety is our priority. I sound like a corporate speaker, but it is the truth. So we will keep you updated on the future of LEF. But we hope we will be able to elbow each other high in Rome at the end of September. This said, I would also like to take the chance to thank all the people that have made this day and this event possible. So in the meantime, I would like to ask all of the speakers to turn on their cameras that are here with us. I would like to thank Melissa Nadeau from the International Headquarters, Mafalda Infante, Patrick Sandu, Maria Kleakova from the ILO Council Board, Romain Precetti, Emanuela Steffe, Alexandre Bazeler, Azal Sahin, Dorina Soslagi, and Sanya Kosier that have spent a lot of time preparing their presentation for you, a lot of time with us testing and coming here today. But I also have to thank some other people because the speakers were half of the process, but the other half was the staff members that were behind it all. So I would like to thank, first of all, our mastermind, our man behind the scenes, our Stefano Galantucci, which was the director of this event, always with us as a guiding angel. Then our Marco Cortese that realized all the graphic that you saw today on the live stream, Luca Salomone, and Mattia Zacco for their help in communications and helping with the designs as well. They were precious. Without them, we couldn't do this. And also Vittorio Loggia that made the beautiful opening scene that you saw. And also Letizia Manelli, Simone Guidotti, and Emilia Fresia that have been helping all of us in managing this event. And with this, I can just say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your experiences, your opinions, your effort, your work, your service, your spirit, anything. Thank you so much. I hope we'll be able to see each other soon, potentially on the 20th already. I have to do some promotion there for our second event of CyberLEF, but hopefully also again in Rome. And if that doesn't happen, anyway, I send you a huge virtual hug from me, myself, as president, but also from the entire Orga team of LEF 2020. And now I would like to ask our guiding angel to send our last video of today. And with this, I say to you goodbye for today. Thank you.
Oli ystäviä, aivan peltikin. Nyt on teljetty herrojen skarpata, kunnes on tullut sen aika Julia. Nyt poika saunoo, se kylpäisee laulaa ja huutaa, kannusta champagnea, meidän poika on tullut kotiin. Nyt poika saunoo, se valvoo se riekkuu ja rällää, katselemalla, meidän poika on tullut kotiin. Kevät tullessa alkaa se kiima, alkaa kellosta loppua viima, vielä viimeisiin tosikoitoksiin, ympärlevoton ei unen päästäkin, vaikka vuosittain ystävät naama.